fucking dumb. No chance. No. Put myself back on that pedestal. It's cool. We're fine. So, okay. So, what boundaries do you wish you set earlier in your career? What boundaries do you feel like you should have established and enforced sooner? Like, was there anything that you feel like you kind of let go on too long, or anything that you didn't really enforce because you felt like it maybe like wasn't your place to be so assertive, so to speak? Like for you, like was there a boundary that you just never put into focus until later?
So I said earlier that we had that 3 nights a week date night thing. We didn't put that in until like a certain point, and we should have done that before because we hit like a rough patch. And I feel like if we had that going sooner, we wouldn't have gotten that rough patch.
Oh yeah, no,
Because then,
100%.
like, there was a certain point where it took over way too much,
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have. And if we had those boundaries before, then that wouldn't not have happened.
yeah, yeah, 100%. I feel like that as well. I feel like a lot of the arguments always in case between me and my missus over the past couple of years regarding streaming.
Yeah.
Streaming would always be, and maybe what not always the streaming, but maybe on the other flip side of the coin, like what she was doing as well, and how busy she might get, and how entangled she might have gotten things, and there was just never time and stuff like that. So that causes the friction, and for you to kind of drift apart a little bit. And when you
Yeah.
kind of force that type of boundary, that rule, that really kind of puts you back together a bit. You start to rekindle a few things that you thought might have been lost, or
Yeah.
were kind of hidden in the background for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
but I'm glad that we're of the same mind there. Because I would have, I wouldn't have answered it the same way, but I would have kind of led on to the same point in the fact that like I needed to set a boundary with my missus before it got too late
Yeah.
because things were starting to get a bit tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I get that.
So we'll move on to successes and definitions. So how do you define your success now versus when you started?
Mm, well, when I started streaming, I had like this group of friends that were always there, which was great. So you had like a good starting point. And
Uh-huh.
then compared with that to now, how much that's grown as into a full-on community, definitely a success. The fact that you do get monthly payouts is already a success.
Yeah.
The fact that I've gotten to do this opportunity to try and make this full time is a success. So lots of successes, really.
Oh, that's great to hear. To be honest, so what if you were to put it into a few words? What would you call it? What would you call your success? Compared to when you started, as we said there, how would you summarize that for yourself? Like just putting it into one sentence for you. What is that? What is that success? Because for me, if I was to say that for myself, I would say my success is growth. Simply one word: growth.
Yeah, I think growth would be the best word to use because otherwise I have no idea.
Look, I get it. That's one of the toughest questions in the book there. That was one of the hardest questions we had. 100%. So don't
Yeah.
worry, I completely understand finding it
Either
a difficult
growth
one.
and like the happiness I found with it
Yeah. Well, I was
was
about to say you could have
for
rolled
sure.
back to what you says earlier. The
Yeah.
happiness that you felt and stuff like that. That would be a great way to define your success now compared to what used to be. So I know you said already that you don't feel like you've made it yet, right? But has making it looked different than you imagined?
Um. No, no. This is like about it. like being capable of doing what I want to do. So like playing the games that I want to play, helping the developers out that I want to help out, um, paint and do the things that I want to do, and then yeah, no, that's it. Like I get to do what I want to do on a daily basis.
So you kind
That's
of,
making it. You
yeah,
like I'm
it
still
is.
doing my hobby,
It is. It is. This is the
and
thing.
I'm
Like people,
thoroughly
people
getting paid
define
for it.
making it as making it all the way to
I don't
partner
need to make
or
bank. I want to just be made. I like to make enough for me to get by. That's it.
yeah.
That's enough. Just to be able to pay my bills
I'm like that
and
as
still be
well.
able to do what I want to do.
I pay Wi-Fi and Twitch bills, right? And like so, Twitch bills would be like the stuff that I need to pay to keep things going on my channel. So like my little chat bots and stuff like maybe Wisebot, for example.
Yeah.
That's a great example. I pay £3 to £7 a month for that, and that gives me all lovely good features. It protects my channel as well,
Mm.
you know. So that's important. That's a really big thing. So
Yeah.
like my expenses, so to speak, that's where my Twitch money goes. My expenses of helping others, paying for my stuff, and paying for my Wi-Fi so I can stay on.
Yep.
I got any extra, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Perfect.
But for me, I've got a set motion of where I want to be every month, and without fail, I hit it. So I'm happy. You know,
Yeah.
might be a struggle, but they've always made sure I've got there. The community's always made sure I've got there somehow, some way, whether it be start, middle, or end. They make sure it happens, and that's a success. That's exactly what
Yeah.
making it is. Making your place where people support you for who you are, and help you get by. You
Yep.
know, that's definitely it. Because I wouldn't say me hitting partner was me making it. I made it 2 years before that.
Hmm.
You know, because I met a lot of decent people.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I mean, if you look at it like that, then I've also definitely already made it. Like I've got a great group of people around me, and it's continuous to grow. So that is truly what it is about. Like that little check mark behind your name looks fancy, looks great, nice goal, but that's
He
not
did the
really
Monster Man.
making it for me.
aye, that's not
It was a
everything.
graveyard.
No, that's a good goal along the way, but genuinely, I've already made it with what I have.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. That's very, very good answer, to be honest. So one of the last categories of this, we're touching on like your future and your legacy. So this is the exciting part where you get to think about where you think you're gonna be, you know, well you think things are gonna go. So in 1 to 3 years from now, where do you see yourself being?
Uh, well, if I'm looking at what I set myself to do for like the next 5 years, I am hoping that I'm still on the right track. Because currently I'm crushing the goals that I've set for myself for this year. So I hope in those years I'm still crushing them.
100%.
So that is where I hope to be.
And if streaming ended tomorrow for you, what would you take with you?
uh like, hopefully still a good amount of friends that like to hang out with me regardless if I'm like on the screen or not,
Yeah,
and not that they all disappear as well, that they were only there when I was online. But I'd like to think that I have a good amount of people that do not instantly disappear if my stream disappears too.
yeah. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I mean, talking about something like this, we've actually got a fellow stream team member that's actually putting down the streaming now. He was one of my inspirations for pushing for partner and making that final step forward.
Yeah.
And I actually run another stream team for him. Out of his name. but I run the page for them. I offered them the stream team page after I just hit partner because I was like, look, you motivated me, you helped me, you put a fire under my ass I hadn't felt before. So to hear that he's given up streaming at the end of the month, that my heart sank.
Yeah.
My heart
It's a
sank.
shame.
Um,
For some people, it ends.
But if you get a chance to see him before he goes total homegrown, you'll see him on the stream team page and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I
He
think
gets
I
on.
saw it like in the Discord that you mentioned the stopping. It's like, ooh.
It is quite a shame, to be honest. So that's why I say to everybody, if they get the chance to see him, definitely do it before he goes, because he is. He might have not been big on the platform, but for a lot of people, he was an icon on here. He set a persona that nobody could make again. Like, he was one of a kind, 100%. He's actually the one that we done the second episode with as well. And funny, we asked him the very same question that we just asked you there. And then this came about. I wonder if that incited it. I hope not. I hope not.
Let's
Oh,
not think about it, because otherwise that's gonna haunt you forever.
don't. Don't. I have been asking myself that very same question.
To be honest, if I
No,
feel like stopping, they should. It's not healthy to force yourself into a situation to make others happy. That's also true. Like,
well,
you need to
but
make
this is the
decisions for
thing.
you and not make decisions for others.
They took streaming as a brand, not as a job. Right? It was to expand their business and expand their brand. And it turned into more than that, of course. Right?
Yeah.
But they just feel that it's time to spend more time actually building the real business and actually spending more time with their family.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes sense.
So that's entirely normal, and I will never ever fault anyone for that. But for me, it's like the end of an era. You know, it is. It feels like the end of an era because it was just
Yeah.
It was just not even a year ago that I offered the stream team page to him. So it just feels like, what do we do now? You know. So it is just sitting here asking yourself questions like, what happens now? What's next? You know. Like, I can say it, the goodness in my heart, oh yeah, like, we'll keep it going, what you have, like I've said to him, I'll keep it going for you. But, I mean, it still feels like it's kind of going with him, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Because he is THG. That's just it. He is THG. Like, without him, it's tough to see what it's going to be. So, it's a bitter pill to swallow, I guess. You know what I mean? Bitter pill to swallow. But I wonder, do you feel like we've got time for a few bonus questions? We do have 3 lined up there. And
I got
if anybody
time.
else,
Do you have time?
of course. And if, to be fair, if anybody else wants to add any questions into the chat, now's your time. We will pin one question at a time at the top on my chat. I will can feel free to do the same. Just kind of pin the questions that we feel like are going to be good enough to kind of like come into the conversation that we're having at the time and help kind of push topics forward and help us delve deeper into the aspects of what it's like for streaming and real life connecting together, or even versus each other as we called it, because this whole series was about streaming versus real life. So anything you guys want to know by myself or from my Aibo, just go ahead, ask away, and we will get round to them 100%, because we are getting on to the final few questions now. But okay, so first bonus question. What's one truth about streaming that people don't like to admit?
That it can be really disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people start streaming really thinking that they are gonna make it so fast, and then they might be sitting on like an average of 2 people for so long, and that can be really disheartening, especially if you like, you need to not compare yourself with other streamers. That's like the one thing that you should not do, because everybody's streaming journey is different. Because there are people that start streaming and hit partner within like the first 6 months, and then there are like people like me who have been streaming for 12 years and have, maybe in that case, not gotten very far. You need to be realistic just to see where it's gonna take you.